Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the Liberal Loudmouth. So today's video is about a federal judge in Louisiana that said, we ain't having none of that bullshit. Let's take a look at that article now. Federal judge blocks Louisiana law that requires classrooms to display 10 commandments. A new Louisiana requirement that the 10 Commandments be displayed in all public classrooms is unconstitutional on its face, a federal judge ruled Tuesday, ordering state education officials not to take steps to enforce it and to notify all local school boards in the state of his decision. U.S. District Judge John de Gravelle in Baton Rouge said the law had an overtly religious purpose and rejected state officials' claims that the government can mandate the posting of the 10 Commandments because they hold historical significance to the foundation of U.S. law. His opinion noted that no other foundational documents, including the Constitution or the Bill of Rights, must be posted. Now, the Attorney General said she disagreed with the ruling and said that her office was going to ask the 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals in New Orleans to quickly stay the ruling pending the appeal. Muriel said that by law, de Gravelle's ruling can only apply to 5 local school boards named as defendants in the lawsuit. All right, so let's talk about this for a minute. This is something that is close to me because my home state of Oklahoma, the dipshit Ryan Walters that runs the education department over there, he also wants to do this. He's been trying to push Trump Bibles into the schools. He's been trying to push 10 Commandments and to even teach from the Bible itself. And they just keep passing these rules and new laws, enforcing this. And every time it happens, you end up going to court. Now, what happened with Roe was over the course of 50 years, they went to the courts over and over and over and over and over again. And all they have to be right is one time. They only need one ruling so that in the United States, every school is going to be taught as a Christian way, because this Supreme Court, this activist Supreme Court that we currently have, will be the one most likely to rule in favor of these religious sycophants. So we can't just say, oh yeah, we won, look, there's another court case. No, these people are just going to keep trying and keep trying and keep trying. And this is what's kind of messed up about the system in the United States, where a judge rules in some way, and then they just do the same thing again, get sued, go to court, and then it gets struck down. Get sued, go to court, it gets struck down, get sued, go to court, get struck down, and they just keep doing the same things over and over and over and over ad nauseum until one court says, oh, okay, that's fine. And then all of a sudden, everybody's like, well, that's precedent setting. And now every other lower court can now, cite this as precedent. Yeah, it's totally legit, because the court said it one time after they said the opposite thing the last 30 times. It's nonsense. So this fight isn't over. And as you can see there, they're going to say, well, this court ruling only applies to these small schools here. It doesn't apply to the rest of the state. So they're going to go ahead with pushing the 10 Commandments into these schools, even after this ruling. This is how they operate, just by brute force. It's like a DDoS attack on our legal system. They just keep punching and punching and punching and punching and chipping and chipping and chipping. And eventually you'll wake up and it'll be the fucking Handmaid's Tale again, where women have no rights, only landowners can vote, black people are slaves again. I mean, what are we doing here? We're just going backwards and backwards. It's crazy because, something major is going to have to give in order for this to stop. But this is a problem, and we have to stay vigilant, and we can't really celebrate these as victories because they're just going to keep doing them over and over and over again. And eventually, the makeup of this current Supreme Court, they're going to proclaim that it's somehow constitutional to force children to read from the Bible, to learn from the Bible, and to respect this one religion, Christianity, as it is. Like my child currently is trying to open a pagan club in Mississippi. Yeah, imagine how great that's going to go. Now, my child did find a sponsor, and it's working to some degree. But a lot of the kids, even though up to this point, none of them have been really hateful towards anybody of different, religious backgrounds. But up to this point, it's been good, but people are warning my child, you probably shouldn't do this. It's going to upset a lot of people, and we're afraid for you. This is the mentality of this religious cult bullshit that we're looking at today, where they just have to, for some reason, they have to force you to believe their bullshit. And frankly, I'm sick and tired of it. Anyway, that's it for now, guys. This is the Liberal Loudmouth, and we'll catch you in the next video. Peace.